The Daily Dodge pregame show.
Milestones are on the horizon as we are here live from Randolph High School as the 12-2 Laconia Spartans are in town to take on a 7-8 Randolph team that has the gym, the walls, and the trophy cases absolutely decorated with state championship hardware. Alongside Wally Lukashinsky, Corey Sparks here with you live on Daily Dodge TV. A huge thank you to our Winter Sports High School sponsors, that is Napleton 151, JB Mechanical, Gruber Law Offices, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Columbus Family Dental, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, the Park Village Shopping Center, Richards Insurance, Preferred Dental Partners, Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly, Air Care, Jerry's BP, Silica for Your Home, White Construction, Spartan Flooring, and Moraine Park Technical College. You can make Moraine Park Technical College your first choice for an education tailored to your success and your growth with campuses in Beaver Dam, Fond du Lac, and West Bend. You can visit morainepark.edu/first choice. Wally, interesting storyline here. A Randolph team that is very used to winning state championships, kind of in a rebuilding, growing youth movement period, and a Laconia team that says, we think we've got the squad that can win it this year.
They do, and we have, you said milestones at the top. What a great setup for it. 2 players we're looking at potentially hitting that 1,000-point plateau tonight. It's going to be great to see there. And then on the other side, you mentioned Randolph. They are in this youth movement. This is a little bit of a different environment for them, but it's a fun opportunity to watch these kids grow before our eyes. This is going to be a team filled with these starters coming back next year, so very excited to see if they're up for the challenge tonight.
The 2 players for Laconia closing in on the 1,000 career point milestone. Ethan Pino is 6 points away from 1,000. Cash Farrell is 5 points. Hey, very rare that you're going to see even one player achieve that. It's a rare feat. It's a tough one. You typically need a 3 or 4 year starter to achieve that, and you need the person to be a leading double-digit scorer. I don't know how many times in the last 10 years this entire state has seen 2 teammates with an opportunity to accomplish that on the same night. Coach Wirtz is going to run out of timeouts.
No kidding. I was going to say, I'm interested to see what that reaction is. This is a big matchup, too. You mentioned it. This is a state powerhouse we're used to seeing here in Randolph, but against this Laconia team that has state aspirations of their own right this year.
Laconia, a Division III squad. Randolph, a Division V. Randolph coming in at 7-8, 3-2 at home, and 5-2 in conference play against Trailways West opponents. Laconia is 12-2, 6-0 on the road, and 8-0 away from their gym, 2-0 in neutral matchups. They are coming in looking to win their 5th straight contest. They hail from the Flyway Conference. They're 5-2 in conference play there. We'll step aside for a 4-minute break, come back for starting lineups and the national anthem here on Daily Dodge TV.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate, plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
There's power in your smile. It can make or break a day, start a conversation, even double a dose of courage. Columbus Family Dental is committed to protecting your grin ear to ear. Young and old, orthodontics to cosmetics, we're here to make it that much easier to share your smile. Columbus Family Dental, now accepting every kind of smile.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you. Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Shop the bin!
Don't get caught with an empty pantry and fridge for the playoffs. Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam and Mayville has you covered. Snacks, liquor, meat, and everything neat. Stop on over for great meals, deals, and more. For any sort of festivities at this time of the year, make your hosting a clutch performance. There's even plenty of goods for games on the road, too. What are you waiting for? Visit your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam and Mayville today. Shop online at foxbrospigglywwiggly.com.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
The gang's all here. Chris,
Adam,
and Abby Klodowski here to say Klodowski Real Estate is honored and grateful to have been voted Dodge County's best real estate firm, best realtor, and favorite realtor for 2024.
We love living and working in Dodge County, all of the wonderful people we serve, and the opportunity to give back to our community.
Thank you, Dodge County. Thank you.
Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
We welcome you back to Randolph versus Laconia here on Daily Dodge TV. Randolph, the 2021-22 Division 5 state champions. Laconia, hailing from Division 3, 12-2, winners of 4 straight, and on the brink of 2 milestones. Maybe we'll get them in consecutive possessions. Cash Farrell enters play today at 995 points. Ethan Pino with 994. And Wally, you pointed this out a couple of minutes ago during the break. The student sections here for the Spartans, they're coming in strong, and they've got the 1 and 000s laid out and ready for that milestone.
Yeah, they have that. They have the signs. And then right to our right, as you hear right now, we have the Randolph student band going. It's got a college atmosphere tonight if I've ever seen one. I'm excited. You can feel the energy in this gym. Got it.
Laconia coming in hot. Randolph trying to get back to 500. The band playing. Crowd on their feet. Nice big Jumbotron here at Randolph as well.
I love that Jumbotron.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, talk about a college feel. And there you got a college fight song even going.
I was going to say, they've got the whole atmosphere figured out. Big thumbs up from Ben Paul. We'll keep it here for the national anthem. You know what? From one trumpet player to another, I can appreciate that. That was pretty good.
Oh, that was fantastic. I've been really impressed with this band. I know that at least where I grew up, there were some of those bands where you're like, oh, you know why they're here? This is like a good group over here. I'm actually fired up. They're sitting to our right.
Oh, you scared them away.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, naturally, we're going to push the band out.
What the? Where are they going?
I don't know. I'm not a band expert.
This was the band set. Did they only come back for halftime?
You're a trumpet guy here. I expected you to have all the answers.
Well, I'll tell you what. We certainly didn't leave right before kickoff when we did football games. We never did basketball, so maybe they're gone. They're walking out of the gym.
Well, it was a heck of a, preamble to the game here anyways.
Tried to give them their flowers, and they left. All right, let's introduce starting lineups. We'll start with the Laconia Spartans. Number 1, a 5'11" senior guard, Cam Smith. Number 2, a 6'3" junior guard, 5 points away from that 1,000-point mark in Cash Farrell. Number 3, a 6'3" senior guard, 6 points away from 1,000, Ethan Pino, leading the way with 18.2 points per contest. Number 5, a 6'3" senior forward, Carter Bonlender. And rounding it out for the Spartans, it's number 23, a 6-foot senior guard, Nick Blank, coming off an 11-point performance, 5 for 13 from the field, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Here are your Rockets. We're killing the lights for this one.
I like it. Got remember the name going, too.
Uh-huh. We'll go in numerical order just as the PA guy is here. Number 11, a 5'11" junior guard, Jared Buwalda. Someone Coach Fisher wants to see take more shots from beyond the perimeter. Number 14, a 6'1" junior guard, Troy Logan. Number 24, a 6'7" senior forward, Nick Miedema, averaging a double-double, 22 points and almost 14 rebounds per game. Number 32, a 6'1" junior forward, Mason Gorsuch. And number 40, a 5'10" junior guard, Ben Paul. The Spartans coached by Dylan Wirtz, 12-2 overall, 6-0 on the road. Randolph coached by Tyler Fisher, 7-8 overall, 3-2 at home. Started the season off 3-0 in this gym. They've lost the last 2, so trying to stop a mini skid in their own right. And the jerseys couldn't be more different, which I can appreciate.
I was going to say, makes our life a lot easier.
Got the black and gold for the visiting Spartans. White tops, white bottoms for Randolph with the blue lettering and numbering. Miedema in the middle, winning it as he usually does. Working right to left are your Rockets. 49 points a game. Younger squad playing a slower, more methodical version of basketball, but it's all about high-quality shots and limiting those. An immediate turnover on the first possession.
We heard about that going into the game. That was going to be the key for both of these teams. Is Laconia going to be able to take that ball away from this Rockets side? And the Rockets got to protect the ball and protect and get some good shots on their own right.
Here come the Spartans, averaging 70 a game and getting 2 on the baseline teardropper. Ethan Pino now just 4 points away from 1,000.
I wonder if there's a little internal fun rivalry. Who can get there first?
Ethan's got the 1-point advantage. A miss there for Gorsuch, and here come the high-scoring Spartans. Coming off a 73-54 victory over Campbellsport. From the near corner, it's Farrell, drawing 2 and kicking to the top. 1 minute has gone by. The visiting Spartans up 2-0. Nick Blank off the glass too much. Long rebound by Ben Paul, who was giving props to the pep band before they ran away from us.
I love it. I was going to say, you can tell he's a football player, too. I know we covered him early in the game. He's got that physical edge to his game you just love to see.
And that's something that Coach Fisher loved from him. Wanted to see, you know, on a younger team, someone bring that physicality and grit, and there's Ben Paul right on command. 2-2. 16:25 to play.
Strong, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and you got Ric Flair up in the corner on the Jumbotron. I'm loving this.
I'm gonna be curious to see what they do with that today. Lots of potential for creativity here. Might have a meme war on there at some point. Left elbow jumper is pure. Ethan Pino is 2 away, 998. Getting the 1,000 signs ready. It's a team that has an average margin of victory of almost 12.5 points. They aren't winning by 2 or 3. They've been dominating night in and night out. Coming off 2 straight wins of 15 points or more. Logan pushes it in from the far side to Miedema, who Coach Dylan Wirtz said the entire focus has to be on the 6'7" senior forward. They said they're going to swarm the passer, swarm him when he gets the ball. He's going to have one on-ball defender and one help defender at all times. So Nick will have his hands full tonight.
Well, and he's a player that can score from anywhere. So naturally he's great in the high post, but he's somebody that can step out and hit an outside jumper if you give him space.
He's made a couple threes the last couple of games. Backing up here is Miedema showing off the range. 14-footer is pure. It's 4-4. Leading scorer on this team. Pino is 2 away from 1,000. Farrell's 5 away. He says this one's mine, but steps on the baseline on his way up.
And you can see that Spartan student section just pent up, ready to explode right now. You know they're here for a celebration tonight and hoping to bring a win with it.
It's a big moment. Most schools do not see this even once a year.
Yeah,
Laconia is about to see twice in a night.
Potentially in a half?
Yeah. Ball almost picked free. 15 turnovers a game for this Randolph team. Again, Coach Fisher saying he knows this squad's young, but taking care of the basketball, that's a non-negotiable. Paul spins and wins, and the Rockets are up 6-4.
Being physical inside is going to be a recipe with this team. Again, they have a little bit of size with Miedema, but Ben Paul, shorter guy, but with that physicality, he can create his own space.
Bonlander out to Farrell, sends his defender crashing down to the floor, and an errant pass gives it back over to the Rockets. Here comes Troy Logan slicing through, left hand off the backboard and through. It's 8-4. It's something we talked about in the pregame a little bit. Yes, there's milestones, but Coach Wirtz even said he doesn't want them to be laser focused on it to the point where they sacrifice a victory. The most important part is getting win number 13 in 15 tries today. 3 ball. Off the mark. Long rebound, Farrell. Fades, fires, too short. Paul, rebound.
Well, in this Randolph team, if they're given an inch, they're going to take a mile in this game. They're well coached. Just because on paper it looks like they might be a little bit on the weaker side in this one, this is a team that could be capable to shock this Spartans team today if given the opportunity.
Gorsuch working through the trap. There's Ben Paul. It's 10-4. And Paul's got 6 of them. And Nick Miedema comes into today with 850. If he puts up 150 today, we got 3 of them.
Probably won't be today, but you can count on it being later this year, hopefully.
Absolutely. Well on pace. That goes the other way. It's a 6-point lead for the Rockets.
Don't think they could have scripted a better start to this game. First 4 minutes looking very, very fun.
They can pull this off. Obviously, plenty left. It's got statement win written all over it. The momentum, what that would do psychologically for a younger team. Kickball violation.
And it goes even beyond this year, too. You get a win like this. This is something that, especially with how much youth is on this team, this is something that can, with that confidence, really catapult them to another level of play, even beyond this year.
100%. That's actually Farrell getting called on a reach-in. Swiped across the forearm. Miedema drives in, fades, fires, too short, can't get the rebound. Aggressive snatch out of the air by Farrell. Looking for Cam Smith, fakes from the outside. Pino fires, gets it, and there's 1,000. Fan section on their feet, quadruple digits for Ethan, and it's 10-6. I was curious, right? Typically you'd see a timeout in those scenarios, but Coach Wirtz has a once-in-a-lifetime situation where he'd have to burn 2 timeouts tonight.
And I think part of it is, too, he is expecting this to be a really competitive game. Got to save those timeouts in a game like this.
Especially with how the first handful of minutes is gone. It's 10-6, Randolph's out in front. Or maybe he takes the timeout the second time and honors both of them. So as you said, got to use them strategically.
I did love the response, not only from the student section, but to our left, you can see the entire fan base here coming from Laconia, all on their feet for that 1,000th point.
Oh, yeah. And a rare milestone. Not many players reach it. Miedema fades again. That's an air ball. Pino's got the basketball, and he has 1,000 points in his career. Spins into the high post. There's 1,002. Nice start for Ethan. He's got all 8 of his team's points. $18.2 per game, just ahead of Cash with 18.1. Miedema, mid-range again. It seems like right now they're daring him to take that 12 to 15 footer, and small sample size, but he's done well at it so far.
Yeah, it's a part of the NBA, but basketball in general that's kind of disappears, that mid-range game. And we heard them talk about it earlier in the day. This is something that they really want to hone in on.
And Smith from deep, 40% three-point shooter, shows why right there. It is 12 to 11. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for 30 as Mr. Pino is honored. This is high school boys basketball on Daily Dodge TV.
Are you ready to score big on home comfort? Cheer on our area athletes with McKinstry's Home Furnishings. From plush recliners to luxurious sofas, stylish bedroom sets to cozy area rugs, and all the accessories you need to make your home a winner. Whether you're outfitting your man cave or upgrading your living room with MVP style, McKinstry's has you covered. Game on with McKinstry's Home Furnishings, where winning starts at home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
Ethan Pino with 1,002 now, just honored for getting into the quadruple digits. And not just by Laconia faithful, but classy move by Randolph, an area that knows basketball quite well and successful basketball and high point scorers. They stand up and honor Pino as well for his achievement.
Yeah, you almost see that in baseball a lot where like St. Louis, I know we're not personally fans of, but they're one of those baseball markets. Whenever you see that really cool achievement, they're willing to accept that and applaud it themselves. It was really cool to see that during the break here. Randolph and all their fans also giving a little love to Ethan Pino. And likely not the last honor to happen tonight. Cash Farrell 5 points away from 1,000, and he's only a junior. About speeding the process up. Cash has been remarkable. He's been a very efficient shooter this year, 51%. Doesn't force a whole lot. Coach Wirtz said kind of plays an old school game. There's Miedema drawing the contact, and he will head up to the line for 2. What Randolph cares about is what's on that scoreboard right now, and Coach Fisher's got to like it. They're up 1. Yeah, absolutely. To them, it's like, hey, you guys can have your celebration as long as we're celebrating at the end of 36 minutes tonight. We'll be happy with it.
Miedema sinks the first. Doesn't go to the line very often. That was just his 5th attempt. Second one's up and through. You wouldn't know. Making it look easy. He's up to 6. 14 to 11. Farrell sitting in the corner. Pino drives in, draws the foul. See if they give him continuation.
They did.
And he count the bucket. And this is to tie it now. Pino's already up to 10.
Trying to get to 2,000 tonight.
Yeah. Well on his way. 11 of his team's 14. 10:35 to play here in the first half. Buwalda takes it across the timeline, back in a knot for the first time in a bit. Randolph had their lead for a handful of minutes. Now 7.5 minutes into the first half. And we're at a stalemate. Logan from the far side swings it into the corner. Levi Cook dishes it back off. Triangle sequence of passes. Underhand look for Miedema. He draws contact on the way up. No whistle. Shots off the mark. And what I have to admire is Cash Farrell hasn't scored yet. He's 5 points away. And there's no urgency from either him or this offense to force that mile marker on him.
No.
They want to win this basketball game.
Absolutely. You can tell right now, and this is right here as this 3 comes up. It's why this team is so scary. They can score from anywhere. They have plenty of scorers, and you blink, and all of a sudden this is a team that can put up 8, 10-point runs in bunches.
Extremely disciplined. 47% from the field. I asked Coach Wirtz, how do you shoot that efficiently in high school basketball? It's not something you see very often, typically in the low to mid-40s. They're almost shooting 50% from the field overall. Said it's about being selective. It's about getting good spacing. Ultimately, it's about being unselfish. Nobody's taking a shot they shouldn't. Everyone knows their role. High-volume shooters should be high-volume shooters. The guys who are only shooting it 3 or 4 times a game, they know their spot on this team too.
Yeah, and you got to pick your spots, to your point, because you are going to have those open looks, and when they do come, being able to knock those home is what separates really good teams from great teams.
Farrell takes the screen. Shoves it back to the outside. There's Pino. He's already got 11. 3 ball. Too much.
That was a heck of a pass, too. Go cross court through the defenders. Set up that open 3 that Cam Smith, as we know, we've already seen, is very capable of knocking down.
Yeah, good vision there. Something we haven't seen Laconia do a ton, at least yet. They love to jump passes, especially in the front court. Ben Paul puts one home. 2-point lead for the Rockets. And you see a lot of transition points. We saw their JV team do it. Someone almost threw it down.
Yeah, right before we came live here, 2 minutes left in that game, going up high elevation. Just wasn't able to bring it home.
Garrett's botches the floater, and here come the Rockets with the ball in a 2-point lead. Miedema having to work from the outside. Gets to the high post, ditches far side. Cook from 3, 360 and out.
That thing was all the way down. Yeah. I have no idea how that didn't find the bottom.
Farrell in transition. Carbon copy. They both got lids on them.
I was going to say, that's one of those where you both are just like, all right, you know what? We just reset. We're all
That's
good.
a wash.
That's a wash. Everybody's happy.
That didn't happen. There's that pass picked free in transition. Smith gets it to go.
Great job by taking his time there, too. Knew he had time. Slow, deliberate approach to the rim and able to go up and lay it in.
Laconia betting on their speed, almost daring teams to try and backdoor them because they know they can recover so quickly. That's why you see almost this press coverage and active hands there from Farrell. He draws the foul.
Well, you see that now, back-to-back possessions. It's not only turnovers, it's where the turnovers happen, and those right at the top of the key there. It allows for those transition opportunities, and depending on what he does with this here, a chance to go 4 straight points on 2 quick turnovers.
Farrell 56% from the line. Can't get that one to go. Starting to see this team, they laid off a little bit, gave a bit more cushion on the defensive end. Now they're starting to get comfortable. Their bread and butter is jumping those passes, turning defense into offense in a matter of seconds. Fast break, everything for this squad. 0 for 2 for Farrell. You could see the frustration on his face when he didn't get the bucket to go for an and-one opportunity. All knotted up at 16. Another pass picked free. Smith stops on the brakes. Back out to Pino. Too much. Farrell, long rebound, cleans up the glass but can't get it to go. Cash has got to be thinking, give me a break.
I think he literally had that all over his face there at the end of that possession. But again, you're seeing this Spartans team really lock in 3 straight turnovers on 3 consecutive possessions here.
7 minutes to go. Unable to convert on that last turnover, on the last 2. Miedema working outside in. Fades, fires. Oh my. When you have a 6'7" player who is usually the tallest on the floor by 3, 4, 5 inches who can also shoot, that's danger.
And that's the thing. He doesn't even need a lot of space at that height. He just goes up there, and it is a pretty jumper in that mid-range game.
Yeah, he's got the separation. That one doesn't go for Pino. Farrell fighting, and he'll go back to the line. Going to have to get it the hard way today. Good crowd. Monday? Work week? Very good showing.
Yeah, and an energetic crowd at that. You can tell this has got big game energy on it right now. Everybody out here fired up. Did you see them counting down over there in the corner? Another point for Cash Farrell.
Farrell scrubbing that goose egg off the scorecard. And he's 2 for 2. A triple short of 1,000 in his junior season. You look at that in the grand scheme of things. 2.5 years, and he's already nearing that 1,000 mark.
Incredible.
Senior season is yet to even begin. Laconia doesn't want to think about that, though. They've got a lot of great seniors this year. Pino with the board.
Well, it's part of that blessing, too, of having 2 guys that can score whenever they really want to. Even when somebody's having a little bit of an off night, you have that other scorer that you can turn to and say, hey, we're going to lean on you today.
Farrell goes baseline, whips back to the top of the key. Wide open Pino, he makes him pay. The lid's off the rim at least.
That was a heck of a pass. In
Oh,
and
yeah.
out offense, kind of what we heard about earlier today as well, where they love to get that ball inside, get those open shooters outside, create a little space, and that time able to bury it.
Yeah, drive and kick. That's been this team's bread and butter all season long. Levi Wiersma, the junior guard, gets his first 2 of the game. It's 21-20. Farrell's 3 away. He's looking for 2. Doesn't need that nice round number, just trying to help his team out. 9.99. Guess he could still get it.
The way he's been going to the line today, there's a chance.
23-20, Laconia out in front. Another fadeaway jumper from Miedema, automatic.
And it's that same spot over and over a game. It's that like 12 to 15-foot jumper. Doesn't matter, there's a hand in his face. He's going to bury it anyways.
Farrell, 2 defenders on him, dishes out, 3 ball, no. Brett Garrett's tabbed with the push. Game started out 10-4. 19-12 cents for Laconia. Logan from the outside, 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Pino already has his 1,000th point. Cash Farrell a single point away. Look inside to Miedema. It's been the mid-range game today. And he draws contact on the way up. He has been a frustrating guard all evening long, already in the double digits. Miedema's first. In and out. This one to tie it up, and he does just that. Miedema with 11 of his team's 23. Back to Cash Farrell, 1 point away. That's a walk. Talk about that selective passing. Garrett's wanted to make sure that didn't get picked off. Hit his defender with the pump fake, but lifted that pivot foot with it.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there, and I think they're going to be okay with that. Again, trying to be safe with the ball. Every now and then you are going to have something like a walk.
A look into Ben Paul, physical. Gets it to work.
Yeah, he worked for those 2 points there. Again, it's that physicality you see out of the 5'10 junior.
10 already for Mr. Paul. Pino inside. Over 2 defenders, it doesn't matter. 16 first half points. Only 7 different scorers between these 2 teams so far. It's been the same options over and over. And Miedema's one of them.
He's locked in that mid-range game right now, and there's just simply not much you can do to fix it.
Transition 3. Sam Bart's thought about it. Back out to Pino. Pretty move, not enough. 3 ball from Blank. Book it. And back and forth we go. 28-27. Laconia's back out in front.
And Nick Blank, he's been fantastic from the three-point area this year. 46% entering tonight. And there you got to see why.
Miedema back in his usual spot. Second chance points. Something this Randolph team's going to need with the brand of basketball they play. Capitalize on every possession. Extend it if you can. Nick Miedema's got 15. Floater. And, I mean, this is going to be a high-scoring game if they keep this pace up. Pino's up to 18 points.
And Rhett Garrett's getting involved, the 5th scorer for this Spartan side.
Farrell looks inside.
Ooh.
And a cutting Sam Bartz puts one home.
That's a great backdoor cut. Going to get a timeout here from the Rockets. Try to slow this down a little bit.
32-29 with 2:03 to play here in the first half between Randolph and Laconia. We have a full timeout. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break here on Daily Dodge TV.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
The winter weather can play havoc on your hands and hair. Fear not, the folks at Wonder Nails and Spa has just a ticket for you. Call 887-4374 and let them pamper you. Let them chase away those winter blues. Let's talk hair. Long, beautiful hair, shining, whoa, I digress. The team of cost cutters will put a shimmer and shine to your mood, and their retail products are the best in the business. Call 885-0437 today. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center, and you should too.
We welcome you back to the Randolph High School Fieldhouse. Your score 32-29. Laconia out in front. Ethan Pino, a huge reason why. 16 of his team's 32. Nick Miedema, 15 of his team's 29. Two top scorers going at it. The press is on here from the Spartans. Levi Cook stuck in his own free throw line. Got to get it over. 8 seconds. Miedema to Paul just in the nick of time.
Great job being patient there. It's easy to kind of feel that time accelerate when that ball's in your hand in the backcourt. But there, just find your big, find Miedema. He's going to find that way out to Ben Paul.
Suffocating defense. It's so easy to talk about the electricity on the offensive end for a team scoring nearly 70 a game. Mid-range jumper is off by Miedema, something we haven't been able to say a whole lot today. But only 56 points allowed with how fast Laconia plays, a testament to their defense too. The amount of turnovers they face. Farrell drives inside, kicks back out selflessly. Pino, pull-up, jumper, too much. Talk about battling through contact and taking a lick on the way down. Nick Blank.
Yeah, he earned possession on that one.
Yeah, safe to say. 3-point lead for the Spartans. Looking for 5 wins in a row. 3 from the corner. Too much on it. Back out to Farrell. Coach Wirtz said he plays an old school game, really trying to bring the mid-range jumper back. A triple from the top of the key. And that was Nick Blank. 35-29. Here come those traps. And here comes the panic that so many opponents have grown accustomed to when going up against the Spartans defense.
Yeah, they don't give you any room to breathe. I mean, he got across half court there. You almost like take a breath of fresh air, like I have time, and then all of a sudden you have that trap coming when you're not looking to your left, and it's hard to break out of that, especially when you are a shorter, point guard yourself.
Farrell just misses 1,000 by a couple of inches. 6-point lead, largest of the day for the Spartans. Randolph trying to work through this press. What a ball save. Back out to Farrell. There's 1,000 for number 2. Patience, not a single shot forced from number 2, and he's back to play press defense. And another turnover.
And what a pass.
Here comes 1,003. Oh, he'll go back to the line. And you can see, close enough ball game. It's 8 points now. Coach Wirtz is like, look, we get a pause from the free throw line. We get a celebration. I'm sure both of those guys are going to get a lot of attention over the halftime break here.
Yeah, I'm sure at the next break we're going to get another standing ovation for Cash Farrell. And what a name, too.
Yeah.
You were born to score 1,000 points in high school with Cash Farrell as your name.
Born to play basketball for sure. 7 points already. Make it 8 and 1,003. And considering he's a junior and the brand of basketball Cash plays, he's not typically a three-point shooter. He's 2 for 10 on the year. So to do it as quickly as he's done it, how he's done it, very impressive. 5 seconds left. Fadeaway jumper, no. Second chance points, no. There's Cash. Why not? Wasn't far off. Line drive shot, just missed it right. And in the blink of an eye, this is how Laconia works, right? A 10-point lead, 39-29. Celebration ensues.
Really cool moment. Got the big standing ovation of our crowd over here to our left.
Parents not far from us, too. Got to be proud of that.
Outstanding achievement to do it right at the end of the half, too.
And I think Coach Wirtz is happy with that. He's like, all right, I am very happy for you both. Let's go win this basketball game now.
Now you get to focus on playing basketball again.
39-29. Pino gets it early. Farrell gets it later. 2 1,000-point scores in one half. Where else are you going to see that? 10-point lead for Laconia. We'll step aside for a 4-minute break here on Daily Dodge TV.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because smorgasbord your way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 2 is the wow experience. This means that from the moment you walk in the door until the time you leave, we want to provide an experience for our patients that is unlike anything you've had before. There are lots of choices of dentists, and we never want anyone to feel they have to be here. We want them to choose to be here because they feel heard, welcomed, and well cared for. If you want to see what the wow experience is about, call or text Preferred Dental Partners today.
Play garage music.
Silica can make any home a smart home. Whole home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
White Construction is cheering on our student athletes in the community, and they want you on their winning team too. They are expanding and looking for passionate individuals who want to build their future as a team. Join a company that values teamwork, excellence, and community spirit. They're now hiring for multiple positions around Wisconsin, including general labor, fieldwork, and heavy equipment operators. Visit congruix.com to apply today and step up to the plate with White Construction. Let's build something great together.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
There's power in your smile. It can make or break a day, start a conversation, even double a dose of courage. Columbus Family Dental is committed to protecting your grin ear to ear. Young and old, orthodontics to cosmetics, we're here to make it that much easier to share your smile. Columbus Family Dental, now accepting every kind of smile.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
We welcome you back to the Randolph High School Fieldhouse. Milestones and all. Lots of special moments here. Lots of postseason runs. If you look up in the, what would you call that? Like the draping, like divider? The divider, and then they have the Raptors above that. I don't know if I have ever seen that many state championship banners in a row since the year 2000. It's boys basketball. It's girls hockey. A girls basketball won in the last 5 years. Dominance on this hardwood. And tonight, these fans, specifically the Randolph fans too, got to see two 1,000-point scorers for another team, and they stood up and recognized it. They weren't too big for the moment. This isn't the season they've wanted to see so far. It's a relatively young team, but they weren't too big to recognize greatness for another program.
No, and I think that you can tell this has been a great first half for both sides. I know that Randolph started struggling a little bit with the press in the final minutes of that first half, but what they saw before that, competing with the team that realistically is going to have state aspirations in their own right in this Spartan side, I think that it says a lot for the growth of this Randolph team, even from earlier, I think in December when you and I were calling a game together, watching them in Mayville.
Yeah, they are growing right in front of our very eyes, and a lot of underclassmen, or I should say first-year varsity starters or first-year varsity players. There are actually a lot of juniors and seniors on this team, but when you look at the varsity experience, not much. Coach Fisher said, I want to give these guys some grace. They're playing at a different pace for the first time in their career. Maybe they got settled into JV for a year or two. You get used to that type of speed, that play style. It is much different, especially when you have a non-conference schedule that includes teams like this with two 1,000-point scorers. We'll go over leading point scorers for both teams. Laconia's got 39, 16 from Ethan Pino. He is now at 1,010 for his career. Cash Farrell behind him with 8, 5 from Cam Smith, 6 from Nick Blank on 2 triples, 2 apiece between Rhett Garrett and Sam Bartz. Was talking to Coach Wirtz before the game, and one of the big things he focused on, you know, when mentioning the 2 potential milestones for tonight, we just want to get the victory. We just want to take care of business. But overall, really proud of the style of basketball this team plays. And when they get into their rhythm, when they start pressing, when they start jumping passes, you saw it the last couple of minutes of the first half. That is the type of basketball that he gets excited about, when his team can flip 10 points on that scoreboard in a minute and a half, and we saw it there at the end.
Yeah, and they do it in all kinds of ways when they do create those turnovers. You saw a few of those transitional layups. Sometimes they slow it down, and you play that in-out passing game, and you have those open shooters on the outside, and we got to see a couple there. I think Nick Blank was the one on the last one, banging home a 3 a couple feet beyond the top of the key there. Just a fantastic little stretch there, and why you can tell this Spartans team is special.
And for Randolph, a team that found themselves up 6 early, 10-4. They knew Laconia was hunting a couple of milestones, although it didn't really look like it. They were just trying to run their offense. Randolph scored at will early. The Nick Miedema mid-range special is a big reason they're in this one, and they had such a strong start. The 6'7" senior forward has 15. Ben Paul with 10, 2 apiece between Troy Logan and Levi Wiersma. Coach Fisher said he understands that the seniors on this team, even if they weren't on the varsity team, they went to school and maybe were playing JV 1 ball here when the team won state. In 2021, 2022, Nick Miedema was here. He was playing basketball. He was playing JV, but he was in the same house as some state champions, and he does believe that to an extent, there is a sense of contagiousness there. He hopes that Miedema can catch that, and some of these other guys can catch that and build towards something bigger in the future.
Well, and you got to see in that first half, Ben Paul, I know we talked about the football roots, but you can tell that physicality from him. And he was a smaller guard, 5'10" junior. But again, he creates that space by being physical down in the paint, making those shots, and a couple very difficult looks. They're going to need him to do the same in the second half if they're going to be able to get that one, or get back into this one.
10-point lead for the visiting Spartans over the hosting Rockets 2 milestones later. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break, and then it'll be time for 18 more minutes of boys WIA basketball here on Daily Dodge TV.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
The gang's all here.
Chris,
Adam,
and Abby Klodowski, here to say Klodowski Real Estate is honored and grateful to have been voted Dodge County's best real estate firm, best realtor, and favorite realtor for 2024.
we love living and working in Dodge County, all of the wonderful people we serve, and the opportunity to give back to our community.
thank you, Dodge County. Thank you.
Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
Welcome back to Randolph High School here in their beautiful field house. You got the blues, the tans, the whites everywhere. A very nice Jumbotron. I kind of called it at the beginning. Once we saw the Ric Flair image, they're going to throw some memes up there. You got to have fun when you have something like that.
No, absolutely. And it finally hit me what I was looking at with the uniforms, too. It's got the Hollywood Knights Lakers over here for the Spartans with that, like, script on the front, the black with the yellow highlights. And it's almost like a Creighton Blue Jay over here for the Randolph Rockets.
Lakers versus Creighton.
I know. It's a mismatch on paper in that regard. But I was going to say, we're not seeing that here on paper today with these two teams.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's been highly competitive.
LeBron versus the Fighting McDermotts would be a heck of a show, though.
Fighting McDermotts, I love it. Yeah, Dougie went there. His dad's still coaching.
Yeah, Bulls legend.
Yeah.
Doug McDermott. Where is he? Is he still in the NBA?
He's not on the Bulls. He's somewhere in the NBA. Cash Farrell, top of the key, back out to number 5, Carter Bonlender. Back to Pino. There's that high-octane offense. 3-ball, blank, wide open, not enough. Niedema snatches that ball 9.5 feet out of the air. No press here. We did see that vacuum-type press in the full court from Laconia the last couple of minutes. Niedema from 10 feet away, no. Goes down with it. Keeps the possession alive. Back out to Buwalda, who had some space from the perimeter. Coach Fisher said for someone who's 8 for 20 from beyond the arc, if that percentage is true, he wants to see him take more of those. Paul, teardropper, no. The amount of shots today that have either gone halfway down or have hung on that rim for a couple seconds, both of them.
Yeah, on both seams and both of these rims, so obviously going to be looking for more of those. Oh, that
right
was
on
a heck
cue.
of a tip, yeah.
Both times. First one stuck on the back of the rim, and then the tip almost went through.
And I think you will see that press come in spurts here, depending on how this game develops in the second half. But it's something that they're going to mix and match, kind of keep that Randolph offense off guard.
Back in the 2-3 right now. I saw them try and get the ball to Ben Paul to break it open and kick it back out to a shooter. Look inside to Buwalda, into Paul, physicality, no, long rebound Farrell. Up in the speed, he whips it cross court, triple on the way, no. And a wrap up on Troy Logan.
And he tried to pull the hands back real quick, but just not quick
I didn't
enough.
do anything.
Yeah, not quick enough. He had the right idea. Knew he was in a tough spot, but refs got him there on that one.
Look inside, Bonlender, no! Yeah, he'll do that once in a while.
Yeah, we saw him, I think, had 5 blocks in that Mayville game we saw last month. He definitely uses his length.
Yeah. Hard not to. Back out to the far corner, scoreless 2 minutes into the second half. 3-ball again, too much. And another tug. This time it goes the other way.
It's a big little sequence here for the Rockets. Want to get back into this game against a high-powered offense in Laconia. You're going to have to take advantage of these little dry spells that they do go on.
Here comes that 2-2-1. Paul goes baseline. Can't put it home. Miedema cleans up the glass. Calm, cool, and collected. They were able to pick apart that 2-2-1 zone. Coach Wirtz showing he'll empty the playbook, right? He'll throw a lot of looks at these offenses. Blank given a lot of space, kicks back out. Pino levitating. Short on the mid-range jumper. 8-point game. Back to a 2-3. Logan draws 2 in the corner. Miedema baseline shoots that one. Looked like he was behind the backboard nearly. Tough angle.
Yeah, and another one that was halfway down before it popped out again. Weird night on that front for both of these offenses.
Blank drives, kicks, triple. That one's down. Cam Smith with a triple. He's got 8.
Second one of the game for him. He looks very comfortable out there stepping into his shot.
Back into the full court press. Miedema inside. Too much height. Quickly up to 19, averaging 22 and 14 per game. A 22-point double-double with nearly 15 rebounds is just another day at the office for Nick Miedema. Farrell step back and kicks back out. Into Blank, who drives and puts one home. Nick Blank is up to 8.
And a heck of a take by him, going over that 6'8" frame of Miedema and able to find that friendly roll that's evading everybody, it seems like, tonight.
Randolph trying to dissect these different presses. Hear him saying, "You're fine," trying to be shepherding a team that he needs to remind to stay calm, cool, and collected. Very easy for mistakes to pile up in a matchup like this.
When we saw it in the first half, it only took 2 minutes. A first half that was almost perfect for Randolph until that stretch.
Purity from Nick Miedema.
And that's going to be the recipe to get back in this, too. You got those open mid-range shots. Keep shooting them. Nick Miedema looking fantastic out there.
He's been their calling card. The battle, if anything, has been finding that secondary score. Today it's been Ben Paul with 10 in the first half. Errant pass. Here come the Rockets.
And it looks like they're expecting the press again.
Would love to know the rhyme or reason and at what point he puts that on, but it feels like every time the Spartans score, it's on, trying to double up and get 2 scores in a row.
Or like that one coming off of a whistle.
Yep. Gives them time to get set. And foul called on the shot, so I heard someone say shot. That was on the floor.
I think that was from the bench trying to angle for it being on the shot.
Logan from 3, too much. Pino in transition, good step through. That ball falls off the rim.
And another one off the whistle. You're going to see a little bit of that 2-2-1 again.
Miedema tried to throw it off the defender, and I think it hit him afterwards. Logan had 3 defenders around him at one point. Trying to make life difficult as he got across the timeline. Head fake from Cook, inside to Miedema. Puts it home.
Heck of a finish off balance, able to still find the bottom of the rim there about, 6 feet out.
23 already for number 24. Farrell can't get it to go. Jammed by the rim. 7-point deficit. Presses off. Looking for Ben Paul in that high post. Miedema finds a driving Paul. He's glass. Second chance points. Cook puts it through. First 2 of the evening for number 10. It's 44-39, and Randolph's battling here.
And they'll definitely take that, too. At this point, only 6 points from people outside of Nick Miedema and Ben Paul. They're going to find a way to get back and actually not only as one goes in and out, my bad, Corey, but we're looking at, team right now with 39 points, 33 of them coming from Ben Paul and Nick Miedema. Desperately going to need that third and fourth score to step up if they are able to overcome this Spartan team.
Nick Miedema had 43 at one point this year, so still a bit of ways to go, but with how much they've been relying on him, not the most egregious thing in the world to take a look at a number like that. He's on a good pace. Paul back in, gets a defender up in the air, and he'll go to the line. Miedema, Cook, Paul, 2 or 3 times over. Eventually, Ben Paul just says, I'm driving to the rim.
Has a chance to make it a one-possession game here if he can bury both of these two.
First free throw is through, and Ben has 11. Second one rings home. Not going to lie, was looking at the student section. They were rubbing their hands. Just trying to figure out what that was going to lead to. We were going to get, like, the Rizzler.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
A Rizzler call from
you.
Worth 5 booms.
3 balls off the mark, long rebound. Laconia keeps the possession alive. Farrell goes in, can't get it.
And don't look now, Corey Sparks, a 3-pointer. How does this game all knotted back up?
One possession game. Nice look inside to Miedema. He'll take the easy 2. They're down 1. 25 for Nick Miedema.
It seems like they're starting to figure out that press, and if that's the case, who knows? That's what really gave them fits in the first half. They've been offensively very efficient.
No sense of panic. As soon as they get that ball over the timeline, it's their clock. Floater from Pino. That doesn't fall. And it's pulled away by Buwalda. Randolph with a chance to take the lead. This Rockets team lost 6 in a row at one point. Ask Coach Fisher, when they turn around and won back-to-back following that, the most recent coming against Wautoma, what changed? And it was taking situations like this and just not turning the ball over. He said if they can get a quality shot up every possession, all other problems are pretty much solved. Good timeout by Coach Fisher before that could turn into a jump ball scenario.
He was quicker on that than my brain was.
Yeah.
Ben Paul diving on the ground. He was already up screaming at the ref, I want that time.
44-43. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Fisher. The Spartans up by 1. We'll step aside for 30 here on Daily Dodge TV.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
A 1-point lead for the Spartans. The Rockets went into the halftime break down 10. They're outscoring their opponents. Or I should say they're outscoring Laconia.
Nice job, Matt. 14
Wait a minute.
to 5.
Oh, I was reading I was like, they can't have 15. Nice. Well, they have a chance to take the lead here. Brain just buffered, not gonna lie.
No, my brain was buffering too. You made me second guess myself.
Oh, I had the scores on the wrong side, so I'm okay. Never mind.
We're so back.
Not important. Cook top of the key over to the far side. There's Paul looking into Troy Logan. That ball is ripped away by Cash Farrell. Still looking for his first points of the second half. Farrell and Pino have both been held scoreless for 9 minutes. And that's still true after that attempt. The two leading scorers, who account for 36 a game, and now over 2,000 between the two of them in their career, have been held silent the first half of this second half.
Yeah, only 5 points allowed through 9 minutes of play. I don't know what more Coach Fisher would be asking for right now. He's got to be fired up with the way the boys are playing.
Miedema to the top of the key to Paul. His pass is picked away. In transition, here they come, 3-point lead. Sam Bartz quietly has 4. Those two felt important, though. Kind of a stop the bleeding sequence.
And another one where you take your time and you actually just make sure you lay it in. Don't worry about the people behind you. You have the position.
Tough shot from Miedema. He fights through contact and draws the foul. Miedema drills the first attempt.
And Corey Sparks out here looking for the Rizzler to make an appearance again.
Yeah, they're rubbing their hands. I'm trying to figure out what's the point.
It's working.
What is that in reference to? I need to find that out.
That's your homework assignment.
This is where we need a sideline reporter. Go ask him. 1 point lead for the Spartans. Pino draws a foul, and it's called on the floor.
And Pino not very happy about that. You
No.
can see him looking at the bench saying, what are we doing here? I think I was going up. And honestly, truth be told, I think the ref got it right.
Yeah. Bang, bang play. Tried to throw up a shot attempt right after the contact, and it was grabbed out of the air. Pino calling for a high screen, neglects it. Goes inside, draws plenty of defenders, and kicks back out to Farrell. Look at the defense from Randolph here, rushing to each corner. Blank back out to Smith. Pino draws a foul on the way in. That's on the way up. He'll go to the line with a chance to extend his team's lead to 3. With 7:40 to play. It's a good basketball game.
Heck of a game. We kind of expected it would be closer than people thought it would be going into this. Randolph, again, very young, but these are the kind of games you grow up on.
Let's see the maturity of this Randolph team. They panicked a bit against the press when they first saw it.
Handling it like pros this second half.
Yeah, the halftime adjustments from Coach Fisher. Had a remarkable timeout that prevented a jump ball or turnover. Miedema looks inside. That pass is picked away. And Ben Paul gets it, but then shoves it to the high post, and the Spartans take it away from there.
It's easy to Monday morning quarterback, but you almost wonder if you want to take another timeout while you're on the floor there, but they only do have 3 left. Understand trying to save those as much as you can for end game situations.
Yeah. If either side has to end up playing the foul game at some point. Want to scheme what 5 you have out there.
Nice shot.
Pino, tough mid-range jumper. He's up to 20. 50-45 with 6:51 to play here in the second half. Coach Wirtz takes the timeout there. We'll step aside for a 30-second break here on Daily Dodge TV.
Play garage music.
Silica can make any home a smart home. Whole home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
A 5-point lead for the Spartans with 6:51 to play here from the Randolph High School Fieldhouse. A reminder, you can make Moraine Park Technical College your first choice for an education tailored to your success and growth. With campuses in Beaver Dam, Fond du Lac, and West Bend, you can visit morainpark.edu/first choice. That is morainpark.edu/first choice. 5-point lead for Laconia. Randolph has hung in there. 10-point deficit going into the break. Tied it up at one point. Cook had to be careful, almost lost his pivot foot. Logan dumps inside to Paul. Works through.
Nice finish, too. Little finger roll there and a lot of traffic.
Finesse from Paul. He's up to 14. They've leaned on him more and more as Laconia has done their best to hone in on the 6'7" forward in Miedema. Triples off the mark. Second chance points. Farrell can't get it to go. Another one of those shots that went halfway down and then popped back out.
Weird night for that, but hey, looking for cash to make it, are we at 1,005 if he gets both of these?
Very good.
Memory recall there.
He will now go for 1,004.
You just had to rub that in, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's an announcer's jinx. That's not okay.
Big time announcer's jinx. Hand up, that's on me.
And that's not on me. If he would have missed that, then it would have been. Goes 1 for 2. Almost was. Ben Paul with 14, by the way. That's already a career high. Miedema off the front of the rim. Has to work a little harder if he wants to get to his career high. 27 is not a bad showing so far. Did that band really leave?
Yeah, I think they were here for pregame for those festivities, give us the national anthem, and then maybe back out here in the student section over on the other side.
Looking for him. Tough shot by Nick Miedema.
Another strong finish. Woo! Saw the Ric Flair up there.
51-49. The Rockets hanging around. Look inside for Farrell, who's hacked on the way up.
Going to show my new to Wisconsin roots here. Ric Flair from, I know, right in our area. It ain't from Randolph, is it?
Beaver Dam.
Okay.
He went to Wayland.
Yeah, he went to Wayland. I wasn't sure if there was a chance that maybe he was out here, but I guess you're close enough.
Yeah.
You got to rock Ric Flair whenever you got a chance.
Oh, yeah, of course. Still Dodge County.
Yeah. I'll count it.
Farrell is in the double digits. He's up to 10. Trying to make this a 2-possession lead. And he does just that. I can't get the Los Angeles Lakers comparison out of my head. That's pretty accurate.
It took me forever to realize it, and it just clicked when I saw Nick Blank's 23 over there. I'm like,
yeah.
Kind of got a LeBron feel to it. I'm like, I know why.
That's a big comparison. Lots of expectations. Smith goes up in transition. And he is now up to 10. The third difference Spartan in double digits. Quickly 55-49. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for 30 with 5:14 to play here on Dodge TV.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
55-49 our score with 5:14 to play. Here from Randolph. Seen in these pauses, the Spartans had put on that full court press, but then the Rockets kind of started to dissect it a little more effectively, drove into the high post, found some open cutters, and the press is off following a 30-second timeout.
Well, if you beat the press, you're going to set yourself up for some transitional point opportunities yourself. And as they were starting to hammer those, you saw them shift away.
Cook puts one home. Under 5 to play. 4-point lead for Laconia. Farrell and Pino held to 7 combined still here in the second half. They've heated up as of late. Nice drive and layup by Carter Bonlender.
Honestly, that might be your Napleton 151 drive of the game.
I'll call it that.
Going in with the right hand, kind of surprised Nick Miedema. I probably expect him to finish with the left there.
Put some English on it. Paul was not expecting that pass. Logan was right behind him. Paul takes contact. And we're in the bonus, 1-and-1 scenario.
I'm trying to remember the shark from Shark Tank, but we just saw the QVC owner up on the board with the "you can't do that." Love what they're doing over there on that scoreboard.
Paul's career high is up to 15. I wonder what the images folder looks like. How much is in there? How many GIFs are in there?
I want to know who's in charge of it.
I don't know. That'd be a pretty sweet gig, I'm not going to lie.
You got to be quick on your feet.
Oh, yeah. 16 points for Ben Paul, 4-point deficit for the Rockets. Laconia looking for 5 straight wins and 13 victories in their first 15 tries. Smith driving right elbow and kicks back out to reset with Farrell.
In crunch time now, under 4 minutes to go.
Pino back to the top of the key to Smith. Back out to Pino. That's in and out. Who touched it last? Laconia. Randolph takes over down 4.
And that feels like it would have been, maybe not a dagger, but it would have been a huge 3. Go up 7 at this stage of the game. That's a tall ask for anyone.
Quite the hill to climb there if he did drill that. And a lot of those in and out shots. Active hands from Cam Smith. Doesn't result in a turnover. We get a pause, though. Miedema works from the outside. Handoff pass to Ben Paul. Drives in. Little bully ball from 40.
You can tell how confident he's been today, especially when he is down there in the paint. Able, to your point, little bully ball.
Yeah, snatching, spinning, weaving through everyone. His team's down 2. Career high 18 for him. Under 3 to play. Pino taking his time off the Rockets logo. Playoff-like feel here, honestly. And if you look at the records of the two teams, you'd argue it's like a second, maybe third-round matchup. Two teams will not see each other. They'll be in different brackets, but high-caliber basketball brought in by Laconia, and you could argue this is Randolph's best game of the season so far.
They've been exceptional tonight, rose to the occasion. You knew that this Spartans team was going to come in looking for a celebration. 2,000-point scorers in one game. They wanted to celebrate with a win, too, and the Rockets really hoping to keep that at bay.
And they'd love to celebrate what many would consider an upset win here against a D3 juggernaut in Laconia. Possession's already gone more than 30 seconds. Back out to Blank. Smith almost left that pivot foot into Blank, who drives high off the glass. No. Randolph with the basketball, down 2. 1:55 to play. Levi Cook calls the offense.
And Levi Cook open here in the corner.
And puts it through on the reverse layup. It is all tied with 1:40 to go.
And Miedema showing emotion, screaming down there in the other end, getting a stop. Come on.
This is his senior year. This would be a big moment for this team. Mid-range jumper, off back iron. Offensive rebound for the Spartans, and that's off the glass and in. Cash Farrell when they need him most.
Fantastic finish. Knowing he has Miedema behind him, to go up there patient, create a little bit of space, kind of trapping Miedema underneath that basket there. Whew.
Full timeout. It's 59-57. Laconia out in front. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break here on Daily Dodge TV.
White Construction is cheering on our student athletes in the community, and they want you on their winning team too. They are expanding and looking for passionate individuals who want to build their future as a team. Join a company that values teamwork, excellence, and community spirit. They're now hiring for multiple positions around Wisconsin, including general labor, fieldwork, and heavy equipment operators. Visit congruix.com to apply today and step up to the plate with White Construction. Let's build something great together.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
(59-57) your score. Laconia out in front of Randolph. 12-2 versus 7-8. Don't tell Coach Fisher that. They have been remarkable today. 2 milestones, high-octane offense, pressure-filled defense coming into town in this Spartan squad. And now Randolph has the basketball with a chance to tie or take the lead with 1:15 to play. They fought through the press. They fought through 2 of the better scorers in this region of the state. The ball is off of Miedema's hands. He knows it.
And that's tough, too. It was a great cut. He was going to have an open layup, but passed just a little out in front of him, and he wasn't able to bring it in with the fingertips.
That's where you get the 2 student sections going after each other. Blank in transition, can't get it. Second chance points. 60 seconds to play. Smith looks inside, back to Blank, 4-point lead. Huge bucket from number 23.
And that's 4 scorers now for the Spartans team in double digits. They just can get scoring from anywhere.
Miedema doing it himself. Immediate redemption. 31 for Nick Miedema.
Had a foul to give there, so next foul is going to take that Spartans team to the line for 1-and-1. 2-point lead, under 40 to go. Heck of a game.
Yeah. Might be in line for some free basketball today. Can't ever turn that down. Farrell rushes it across the timeline with 35 seconds. His team's got a 2-point lead. At some point, Randolph should foul, and Miedema does it there.
Gonna have a 1-and-1 here.
Farrell 56% from the line. 29.3 seconds to play. Both teams at 7 fouls. Farrell already up to 13. He clipped 1,000 earlier, and he drills the first.
Just cool, calm, and collected. Drilled it at the line there, put him up 3. Chance to make it a 2-possession game with just about 30 seconds left.
Not that a coach in Coach Wirtz would ever scoff at blowout wins, but these are good scenarios to be in for his team if they want to make a deep playoff run.
Well, in Laconia at this point, 5-2 in games decided by 10 or fewer, where Randolph 3-4 in those same such games.
Logan loses it in the corner with 22.5 seconds to play.
And now you got to imagine you're going to get into the foul game here, unless they can force a turnover on the inbound.
Ashton Fua checking in. Yeah, likely the foul game. 2 huge free throws from Cash Farrell. Blank lost that basketball, but they're saying that Levi Cook touched it last.
That was
your
close.
Second one off the clock. That would have been huge.
Well, and that ref has probably got a better view to anybody in the gym at that, only a foot away.
Yeah, was right on top of the play.
And didn't see too much of a, kerfuffle there with the Randolph side, so you imagine they probably agree with that as well.
These 2 teams as similar as it gets when you look at converting from the free throw line. Laconia is 63%, Randolph 63%. It's going to be on the Spartans to make these. Yeah.
So fitting that you had Cash Farrell a second ago knock home a pair of free throws, made a 4-point lead, and Ethan Pino has a chance to make it up to 6. Both the 1,000-point scorers today.
A huge reason this team's had the success they've had so far this season. and they can be a huge reason for victory number 5 in a row here. And for what feels like an evening where the ball just did not want to go down, that time a friendly roll in and a shooter's touch for Ethan Pino. It's 65-59. Immediate triple is what Randolph's going to be looking for here. And that's significant because they're not a team that likes to take a lot of those. So someone's going to be tasked with that here pretty soon.
Well, and making free throws at the end of a game like this, how tight it is, that's how you win games, that's how you lose games. And right there, you're seeing why the Spartans have been so dominant this year. Again, 4 for 4 from the line there. Their 2 go-to scorers doing it too.
Looking at the standings for both of these teams, and non-conference play is a different animal, but Randolph is 5-2 in the Trailways West. They're behind Partyville, and they're in a mathematical tie with Fall River at 5-2. In the flyweight, Laconia is 5-2, only behind St. Mary's Springs, who's 6-0 in conference play, and tied up with Lomira. So both teams in their respective conferences actually in a pretty similar spot. Difference is Randolph gave themselves a tough non-conference schedule relative to the younger group they have. They're 2-6 outside of conference play. Laconia is undefeated, 7-0 against non-conference opponents.
And they're a 2-point loss to that St. Mary's Springs team away from being in a tie at the top of that owned conference of theirs. Getting these kind of tight, contested games that hopefully for their sake, if you're like, hey, hold on, you look back at where we were just talking a moment ago, this is where teams like this can benefit as we get closer into late February and playoffs get going.
Logan rushes across the line, looking to that corner. They need a triple. Running out of time, only 10 seconds left. Miedema steps back, cannot drill it. Offensive rebound, 5 seconds left. Logan heaves one. Off the top of the backboard, that's all she wrote. 65-59. The Spartans hold on. Milestones and a victory celebration in the locker room later.
And I know that Coach Fisher's side fell just short in this one, but I think he's going to be really proud of the way that his boys competed tonight.
Yeah, the effort was obviously there against a team that looks like they can contend and beat just about anybody in Laconia. Played 2 divisions up. Tough non-conference schedule continues. They're only better for it when it comes time to play back in the Trailways West again. $65-59 your final. We'll just step aside for a 1-minute break, come back with leading scorers, and put a bow on the broadcast here on Daily Dodge TV.
Are you ready to score big on home comfort? Cheer on our area athletes with McKinstry's Home Furnishings. From plush recliners to luxurious sofas, stylish bedroom sets to cozy area rugs, and all the accessories you need to make your home a winner. Whether you're outfitting your man cave or upgrading your living room with MVP style, McKinstry's has you covered. Game on with McKinstry's Home Furnishings, where winning starts at home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
You're watching the Daily Dodge postgame show.
65-59, the final score. Laconia taking down Randolph, fighting off and staving off a couple of high-octane comeback attempts. Randolph really tested this Laconia team, but overall they improve to 13-2 and winners of 5 straight, and a lot of players in double digits today for the Spartans.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with a couple 1,000-point career scorers now. Ethan Pino led the way with 22 points for the Spartans. Cash Farrell, the very talented junior guard, had 14 himself. Then a couple 10-point scorers in Nick Blank and Cam Smith before Sam Bartz had 4, Rhett Garrett's had 2, and Carter Bonlender had 2 himself.
Good basketball name. And then for Randolph, falling to 7-9 in a non-conference battle, it'll be back to conference play. They're going to go up against Rio on Thursday. That's a team that's 0-7 in Trailways West, so a bit of a A bit of a difference in between how difficult one opponent might be to the other, as Laconia has just been a force. Leading scorers, Nick Miedema had 31, 18, a career-high 18 by 5 points from Ben Paul, 6 from Levi Cook, and 2 apiece from Troy Logan and Levi Wiersma. Just kind of a testament and a microcosm to their whole season. Nick Miedema scoring over half of his team's points. He was electric, just wasn't enough today.
No, not enough, and they fought back tooth and nail in that second half. But it felt like every single time they cut it to one possession or they would tie the game, they just weren't able to get that one crucial stop and go back and take the lead themselves. But just a fantastic effort from both sides, and a big congratulations to both Ethan Pino and Cash Farrell for an outstanding achievement.
And for Laconia, for their 13th win in 15 tries, they improved to 13-2. Your final one last time, 65-59 here from the Randolph High School Fieldhouse. A reminder, winter sports on Daily Dodge TV are brought to you by Napleton 151, JB Mechanical, Gruber Law Offices, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Columbus Family Dental, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, the Park Village Shopping Center, Richards Insurance, Preferred Dental Partners, Napleton 151, Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly, Air Care, Jerry's BP, Silica for Your Home, Moraine Park Technical College, White Construction, and Spartan Flooring. There's the celebration. You've got both of them getting an interview right now. That's pretty big time after passing the 1,000-point mark. A great night overall for the Spartans, and they were able to squeak out the victory just at the end there.
Absolutely, and I guarantee those guys are probably thrilled to be able to share this moment together, something that they'll never forget and something that the school will never forget.
That's something unique. Hardly that you'd ever even see 2,000-point scorers in the same season. As you predicted before tip-off today, Wally, 2,000-point scorers in the same half. Pretty electric stuff. Your final one last time, 65-59. Laconia takes down Randolph. From Randolph, for Aiden Voigt, our video and audio engineer, Wally Lukashinsky, our color commentator, Corey Sparks here with you. Have a wonderful